Welcome friends to this presentation on select words and sentences. I'm Ajoy Basu. As you scale the higher echelons of management, you do not have an option not to communicate. If you are withdrawn and hesitant to communicate, that price that you will pay will be high, very high, and unaffordable in terms of your career. How do you identify an extraordinary communicator? To me, briefly, he or she is one who can seamlessly convert the idea to a spoken or written expression at a pace which is 2 to 3 times faster than that of an average performer. Friends, it takes a lot of time to reach that state of performing ability. Having an ever-increasing vocabulary is one of the steps you can take, followed by good, correct pronunciation. My first sentence in this capsule is, the court in such cases will refuse to give judicial benediction. Benediction refers to a prayer for a divine blessing in the normal context. In this context, it refers to a favorable judicial ruling. I like the way benediction is adapted in this particular sentence, so I made it a part of my compilation. My next sentence is, without prejudice to the generality of the foregoing, a very legal phrase. The phrase without prejudice is so commonly used both in legal documentation and representations, I felt I need to dwell on that. I need to present it here. When you say or state the phrase without prejudice, it means that you are stating something which should not be construed to be detrimental to any of your existing right or claim. In other words, it's not an admission of any liability and cannot be disclosed to the court. The phrase without prejudice is really useful while documenting negotiation settlements, where the discussion is still open and you need not commit beyond a point. So rampant is its use that I find them being deployed even indiscriminately, sometimes by force of habit, even in cases where it's not supposed to be stated. We come to the next slide. My first sentence here, that is, if we study them disjunctively. Disjunctively refers to separation, dividing, distinguishing actually. It is another way of saying if we study them separately. The choice is yours. Helps you have some variety in your expression. That is disjunctively. My next sentence, that is the fourth one, is the court was not rigidly bound by the doctrine of stare decisis, and departure from that decision was justified. The doctrine of stare decisis means to keep that to what has been decided previously, means going to that position which has already been decided. The phrase is of Latin origin. In the given sentence, it says that the court need not be bound by the historical decisions in the matter and can depart from them. A useful word, stare decisis. Of course, very legal in application. My last sentence of this capsule is, the better wisdom of the court should yield to the higher wisdom of the court above. Again, a very legal context. I included this sentence in my compilation, impressed as I was about the subtle way in which the hierarchical order will prevail even if the quality of the service is lesser at that high level. A very well drafted sentence. That is a contradiction in itself. A higher level of order, though if the quality was lesser, that still needs to be accepted. So I think that was quite interesting and I made it a part of my collection. So friends, that brings us to the end of this particular capsule. Trust you've enjoyed them. I mean, over the weeks and the months and the years, I have been putting across, advancing these words, phrases and sentences. Trust you feel a belt of self-empowerment, self-enablement when you go through them and put it as part of your collection. It will definitely help you if you strive to do that. Thank you very much for watching this capsule.